This is the Anna Presents show. I am now joined by Hannah Turnbull Tones. Hannah is currently at college and is working her way towards university. And we're going to be talking today about how important it is to have an outlet or a hobby, if you want to call it that, something that is completely for you. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning, Anna. Thank you for having me here.
It's like Hannah and Anna.
Hannah and Anna.
Sounds good. Everyone's going to get confused.
They are indeed. I get called Anna a lot, actually.
Do you? I get called Hannah a lot and it really annoys me. Yeah. So get it. How you doing? How was getting up on a Sunday?
Oh, hard work. How about you?
It's quite easy for me now, actually.
It is.
Yeah.
I've had a few early mornings, but this time on a Sunday is the first, I think.
Okay, well, you seem really bright and breezy. So, Hannah, so you're currently at college, working towards university.
Yeah, probably my second year.
So tell me about some of the pressures that has on you, because I'd really like to know.
Okay, well, obviously, I try my best to achieve the best I can be, obviously. But for uni, I need certain grades to get in. So, obviously, personally, I want the best grades anyway, but I need to make sure I hit those grades. So, obviously, it's stressful to kind of think, oh, well, I need to make sure I'm doing the best I can do and not just enough. So,
So tell us, what do you want to do? What are you studying for?
I want to do history at uni, and then I'm going to go on to do a PGC in primary school teaching, because I want to be a primary school teacher.
Ah, okay. So it sounds like there's a lot of pressure on you to get these grades, and pressure's hard, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I do work hard, but it's my younger brother who's the naturally gifted academic one, not me. I have to work very hard for my grades. Okay.
So you must need some kind of outlet. So you come away from all this studying that you're doing, trying to get to university, and you probably just need to let your hair down and have some kind of escapism. So tell me some of the things that you like to do to completely escape.
Well, the first one obviously would be music. I think you share that one.
But, you're sat there with your guitar, aren't you?
But no, even if it's listening, playing, writing my own song. I've always said music can change your mood 100%, so that's an important one. And then obviously, of course, I've kind of got into blogging recently, and that's fun. That's helped me express myself a bit. I'm
going to save the blog discussion for a little bit later in the interview.
Okay.
As you know, I absolutely love the blog that I saw of you, and that's the reason that you're sat here today, actually.
You're so lovely.
So, okay, let's go back to the music a little bit. So what sort of music do you like to listen to?
I actually prefer older stuff, kind of the Beatles, Queen, David Bowie, Elvis Presley. They're my kind of top ones. I'd say anything from about the 1940s, about the 1980s is my favourite kind of period when music was created.
That was real music back then, though, wasn't it?
That's exactly what I say.
You got good taste, girl.
Thank you, as do you. I'm glad I have
especially Elvis. Elvis
Definitely.
Is great.
I love Elvis.
We'll get a bit of Elvis on later.
Yes.
Okay, so not only do you listen to music, you write as well, don't you?
I do.
So tell me a bit about the songwriting and how does that happen?
Well, obviously I have to write something that I feel quite strongly about. So maybe if I'm in a bad mood or I'm upset, I'll write about it just to it's kind of just to get it out of my head and somewhere else.
So it's like a way of dealing with your emotions on this, yeah?
Yeah, I get it out somewhere else. And sometimes when I write songs with other people, when I wrote with my friend, we did something called the word association game, where we'd come up with a word, and then she'd come up with another one, and then we'd find themes within the within the words, and then we'd choose a theme, and then write a song around it. If that makes sense. But normally I start with lyrics, and then I write the music to it. Normally.
Okay. Well, I want to hear a song, actually. Do you want to play a song?
Sure. Thank you. This one is Violet Haze, and I wrote it about not that long ago, actually.
So can you just give me a little bit of background on the song before you sing it?
Yeah. This is going to sound really ridiculous, but I kind of get it into my head when I write a song on Word. I feel like I have to have exactly the perfect font, the perfect size, the right colours, because I think if I have that completely right, it'll be a perfect song.
Interesting.
But so one day I just randomly thought, okay, I'm just going to click on any colour, and then whatever colour that suggests to me, I'm going to write a song around it. And it was violet, so the song was called Violet Haze.
You're a creative thing, aren't you? Let's hear the song. Go for it, Hannah.
Okay. Violet haze is seeping through your brain. Cowboys are dancing around the room. Where has the sanity gone? She's full of madness, insomnia it is now. You're losing your mind now. You gotta wake up now. Don't lose it, hold it together, 'cause we're seeing through the dark. Turmoil, fighting for what's real. Gotta see clearly, I gotta start again. Don't let this become your life now. Don't wanna see you ending up this way. You're losing your mind now. You gotta wake up now. Don't lose it, hold it together, 'cause we're seeing through the dark. Violet haze seeping through your brain. Violet haze, push it away. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it be violet haze, violet haze. Thank you.
That was fantastic.
Thank you so much.
And Hannah, you're so smiley when you perform. And I know when I first met you, and I remember just seeing you there, and you just smile all the time, and it is so infectious. I can't stop smiling now.
Honestly, I love it. I know when I see someone perform, I want to see them smile. So
Yeah, no, that was fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that with us this morning.
you're so welcome.
Hannah, you like to obviously try new things, and as I said, we're going to talk a little bit about your blogging later on in the interview.
Yeah,
Before you try something new, do you get scared?
definitely. I mean, actually, in relation to the music, when I've done singing contests before, like I've done the Exeter Factor, the Y Factor, Southwest Talent, all of those, before I did them, I was obviously quite scared. But you find the more you do it, the actually more confident you become. I mean, I definitely found getting to the finals and all of them definitely helped boost my confidence. So when I went on to the next one, I was like, you know what, I can do this. And it's actually about starting little. I mean, when I was 9, I started with karaoke. And you're just building up, you know, just go for it. If you want to try something new, just smile, be confident, and people think you're confident, honestly.
I love that you say it's just about actually just taking a little step. So
Yeah.
initially you say you might feel a bit scared, but you just have to just take one step.
Yeah, one step at a time.
Yeah.
definitely.
And I just want to mention there's another person in the studio here this morning, sat with us.
That's
Your
right.
mum.
My mum.
I've got a feeling that your mum's very supportive.
She is. She's really supportive. She is. Most supportive person in my life, definitely.
So does she sort of help you a lot to kind of take those first steps? And
Definitely. She honestly, I can't take credit for like the ideas I have. She's the one who gives me all these great ideas that I can kind of implement into kind of my own thoughts and stuff, and help people with it, you know.
But you're obviously very open to learning as well, which I think is really key.
Yeah.
So you're open to a lot of people don't want to listen to their mums, do they?
Well, I'm lucky my mum talks a lot of sense.
That's good. Okay, come on, Mum, come and say hello in the mic. Come on, no, just
Hello.
gotta get Mum involved.
Gotta get mum involved.
Okay, right. Actually, let's talk about the blog.
Yeah.
Now, I was going through Facebook and I came across this blog, and it was called Things to Do to Make Yourself Feel Better.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" I remember meeting this girl, and I'm going to read this. And I read it, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I so needed this." And I had a really bad patch at the end of last year,
Yeah.
and I read that blog, and it like kick-started something in me, and
brilliant.
I was like, "This girl has got to come on the show." It was, and I'm very much under the belief that a bit of like the lighthouse effect. I think if you do something, you do it well, things will just kind of come to you. And
Yeah.
I was
Agreed.
very, very blown away by that blog. So, tell me a bit about the blogging and how did that start? Why did you decide to start doing that?
Well, first, obviously, I've been watching like a lot of YouTubers, and I found out that they kind of started with blogging. And because I was a bit scared, I was like, I can't do YouTube videos at first, and I realised that you had blogs, and I started reading them. I was like, these are great. I'd love to start one. But at first I was like, I don't know who'd be interested in what I have to say. But then I was like, you know what, just going to go for it. Maybe someone will like it. And it was great because I love just taking photos and things. And I recently got a new camera, Canon EOS 600D, for those of you.
For the photography geeks out there.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And I love filling my blog with just photos and colour, and it's great. It just gives me something to express myself. I can just be myself. It's brilliant.
Okay, so yeah, it sounds like it's a lot about expression for you.
Yeah, and I just like to help people if they want to. I mean, that was the point of Things to Make You Feel Better. I mean, it was kind of for myself as well, because I actually find January is kind of a month whether you like it because it's change, or you're like, oh, it's really difficult. And I find it difficult. So I thought, well, writing it kind of reminded me the ways I can feel better, because like you, I haven't been feeling too good lately. But I thought, well, maybe if someone just takes some ideas from this, I've done a good job.
I think it's something, isn't it, about actually having something in front of you so you can see it.
Definitely.
And another thing that you had written, I think at the top of your blog, was if you've helped one person, you've made a difference.
Yeah.
And I've always said that as well on the show, and I was like, yes,
yes, we've got this in common.
I really want you to come into the show even more. So let's just go into a little bit more about that particular blog. So things to do to make yourself feel better. We had a lady on the show last week, and we talked about the winter blues and a bit about depression as well.
Yeah.
And we didn't cover lists. So can you tell the listeners a little bit about, just go into a little bit of detail about that blog?
Yeah, okay, basically I had kind of different categories, and I think one of them was think, which is about doing positive thinking, and having like a little bin and popping the negative thoughts into the bin.
I liked that.
I know in the video I got my little pink bin out and I popped them. But and then I've got another one where it was the making the list, obviously, like you said, and I think you've got it there. But on one side I said, right on the very in the top, in whatever colour you want, colour that pops out of you. I think mine was purple. Obviously got a theme of purple here today. And I just said, things make you feel better, and just list all the things that you just feel happy when you do, or you'll feel better after you do. So for example, mine was reading Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. Absolutely love it. Watching films, eating Ben and Jerry's, that kind of thing. And then on the back I said things to do, things that are bothering you, things you need to do and you need to get it out the way. And linking on to that, actually my mum came up with this idea. Don't kind of write, for example, if I got my history course I had to do, don't write finished history coursework. Do, okay, well, I'll write my list. First I'll get up so I can tick it off. That's one thing out the way. Okay, I need to have a shower, tick that off, and that's nice and easy. Okay, so instead of doing all my history coursework, I'll focus on a little bit. So I'll just have a general understanding of the fall of Cromwell. And then, okay, well, I got that, tick that off. And you kind of tick things off and you think, oh, well, actually, see, I am getting something done. So
you're focusing on the positives as opposed to the things you haven't done. And then that's going to help you to do even more and more of the list. Yeah.
That's the point, exactly.
Great blog. Hannah, where can people find you?
They can
online?
Find me. I've got my little list here. Okay, so for my blog, no spaces, musicalme, hannahbanana.blogspot.co.uk. And then obviously there's all these other links from the blog to other pages. But my YouTube's the Hannah TT. I have two there. My newer ones with spaces, the space Hannah, space TT. And that's purely for blogging and own songs. I've got a SoundCloud, the Hannah TT, no spaces. Capital letters on the T, H and TT. And Twitter, the Hannah TT, same again.
You're all for the bits,
I am.
aren't you?
My friend's actually got a joke. She in her phone, she saved me as the Hannah TT of Facebook, SoundCloud, Twitter, Gmail. She's literally just saved me as this.
You're just going to go viral. You're going to be worldwide soon.
Worldwide. Oh.
Hannah, are there things that you want to try in the future?
Things to try in the future. I'm just up for learning most things, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Anything life throws at me. I think it's just about taking the chance, isn't it, really?
Yeah. But are there any little hobbies? I mean, I know I have I almost have like a little bucket list of things that I'd quite like to do.
I think I'm terrified, but I really like the idea of travelling more. I'd love to go back to Florida. I went when I was 10 and I loved it, and I'd love to go back there. Definitely, I think.
Travelling might be on the cards then. Sounds good.
Definitely, yeah. That'll be fun.
Okay. What 3 tips would you give to the listeners? Maybe they want to try something new, but maybe they're feeling a bit nervous about it, or maybe they don't actually even know what they want to do. What tips would you give to them?
Okay, my first one would be don't panic, because... Yeah, Mum's laughing. Don't panic, because she knows I panic a lot. Don't panic, though, because it'll just stress you out. Just think, hang on, I'll get there in the end. If I know kind of what kind of things I like, hopefully I'll go kind of down the right path I want to. I mean, for example, I said to my friend the other day, she had no idea what she wanted to do as a job. She was stressing out, what do I do after college? I haven't got the right qualifications. And I said, okay, we'll just make a list of the things you know you like doing, the hobbies you like doing. From there, we'll look at the jobs linked to there. Then from there, we'll look at the things you need to get into there. They makes you sound organised, but...
It's great. I'm smiling because I said earlier, if I have children, I'm going to hunt you down, what school you're in, and send them to that school. Okay, what was your next tip?
My next one, linking again, make sure it's something you love. Don't do it because you feel like you have to please other people, because if you're doing it to please other people, you know, it's not going to go as well. Make sure it's something you really want to do, and if the people really kind of love you and care for you, they'll understand. And if they're kind of friends who don't understand, well, you don't need people in your life like that anyway. And then my last one is just go for it, because you don't want to regret it and think, oh, what if and stuff. Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Yeah.
Hannah, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
You're very welcome.
It's been a pleasure to have you in the studio. I would really love it if you would give us another song.
Oh,
your musical hobby. So maybe you've inspired someone to take up the guitar or sing this morning, or maybe start a blog or a YouTube video.
I
Who
really
knows?
hope so. Honestly, it's so much fun. It really is.
Well, best of luck with getting into university.
Thank
and
you
the
so much,
teaching.
Hannah.
And I will follow you on social media, because I don't think I'll be able to get away from you, actually, will I?
I will be following you back.
Okay.
In fact, we've got each other on YouTube and Twitter, don't we?
We do.
We do.
All right, what are you going to play us out with?
This one's called War. It's about war, and it's about how someone would feel if war was happening all around them, basically. Okay. And dropping the sounds fill the air, wails of sirens away, until you hear the voices that care. The peace is gone. I'm walking alone through the streets that were once my home, and it feels like I'll never be whole. My world has crumbled around me and my feet. The whole world's at war, and I'm left alone. It seems no space for the little guy left out of the grand plan. Count down in 3, 2, 1. I press my little hands to my ears, straining to hear a voice that will break the silence. Alone at home, what did this to me? I'm scraping around in a dusty street, too afraid to cry. Where will I go? What's become of my home? And where are the people that I care about? Tell me what I did to deserve this. And it feels like I'll never be whole. My world has crumbled around me and my feet. The whole world's at war, and I'm left alone. It seems no space for the little guy left out of the grand plan. Count down in 3, 2, 1. I press my little hands to my ear, straining to hear a voice that will break the silence.